Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome on back to my channel. I'm back with another 100 uh, recap and review. This one is, again, Season 7, Episode 7, The Queen's Gambit. Alright, so this one starts off kind of where the last one left off, where Gabriel betrays Echo, Octavia, and Dios and Hope, and he thinks that what they're going to do is bad or whatever, and he doesn't trust them or whatever. So now they're all captured by the disciples and Anders, so they're in different cells. Echo and Octavia in one cell, Diosa and Hope are in another cell. And Anders goes to Gabriel and gets him from his cell, and he wants him to help him. I don't know what he wants help with. I guess that remains to be seen until maybe the next episode, because they really haven't shown him much. I know he's now working with them to do what, I don't know. So, meantime, Octavia and Echo are in one cell, and they kind of, I guess they finally get together on the same page, and Octavia tells her it's not her fault, and that she's family or whatever. So I guess they're okay with each other now. And Deus and Hope are in a separate cell, and Hope wants to escape, and she's trying to explain there's no way to get by all these, thousands of gods or whatever. So you can't. There's no way to escape to. So she convinced her that they just need to wait and see what happens. Meantime, back on Sanctum, John goes to Russell. I don't really know why he went to him to begin with. I don't know. I don't understand why he actually went to him, to why he wanted to talk to him. So he's going to talk to him, and Russell, who's not Russell, convinced him to play a game of chess. In the meantime, he lets him know that Russell is dead, and he's not Russell. So then he's very dangerous. John better do what he says and whatever. And I don't know if Murphy's really believing it, or he's gonna buy into being afraid of him. He's always trying to convince him, let's play this game of chess, and if you win, I'll let you have your way. Whatever. He's only doing it to delay Murphy from going and telling Amori and the rest of them that the prisoners have guns and they're gonna show up and kill a bunch of people. That's basically why he's slowing him down. And Amori is doing a unification ceremony. I guess it's to try to help everybody get back together and get on the same page, or I don't know, but it doesn't work. And she tries mostly with Nelson, who's one of the I forget which crew he's with right now, but he has his people, so she tries to convince him, come meet your parents or whatever, and everything will be fine. And she takes his DNA to find his parents or whatnot. Anyways, it ends up backfiring on her, and Nelson kills his father and joins the rest of the prisoners who have the guns. So he says, me and my people are on your side now. So now you have a larger group of people with guns. So right now it's kind of like the people who still believe it, Russell's Russell and one crew versus everybody else. And so that's still two sides. Meantime, Clark and crew have no idea what's been going on, because they're off on another planet. So Clark and crew show up, and Bardo and Gabriel was there, saying, we've been waiting for you, and proceeds to tell him that Bellamy's dead. Again, I don't know if I think Bellamy's dead. I just don't. There wasn't enough put into it. It was too quick. No real emotion behind it. You can see she looks clearly shocked. They all look shocked that Bellamy's supposedly dead. But again, it was very short-lived. It was near the end. And also, Octavia, Hope, Echo, and Dios go to Anderson, say, what, we'll do what you want. We'll help you fight your war. And the end, one of the ending scenes, Anders goes to their shepherd, who's a guy like he's sleep in a pod. I don't know if he was like in a sleep, like cryo sleep, like they originally did in episode. Was it the end of season 5? I don't know if that's what it was, but it shows in a preview for next week, and it looks like there's a war on Earth going on, and Clark knows this guy. I didn't recognize him from any of the other seasons. Maybe I just forgot who he was, because I didn't recognize him. Supposedly he's the guy that's the shepherd, and Clark knows who he is. And they try to talk about this war on Earth. So I don't know if, due to this anomaly, they can control it, if they can go forward in time and back in time, and was there such time difference between planets, and that's why they don't want people left on certain planets, because they say too much. It could be 5 minutes here and 10 years here or whatever. So I don't know if the next episode is going to deal with them you maybe be able to stop the war on Earth before it happens. And if that happens, does everything that's happened up until this point get nullified? Because if no war ever happened, then everybody should there would be no reason for them all to be in space at the beginning of season one, because the war would have never happened. I don't know if they try to stop that. I just know that they showed a preview look like wars between countries. I don't know what it was. If people find missile age, I don't know. I guess we're gonna find the next episode. I'm finally caught up on this. I just finished watching this episode, so it's kind of fresh. It's interesting to see what's gonna happen. You know, as they go somehow get back to Sanctum and fix all this, as everything get turned upside down, and they go back in time and fix this war before it happens. I don't know. All I know is this guy knows who Clark is. They all know. Been waiting for Clark to show up because she's the key to something, but I don't know what that is yet. I know we're gonna find out. Obviously, this is the final season, but this episode that was okay. I'm more interested in seeing what the Clark, or what the key is with Clark, and to find out if Bellamy is actually dead, which I don't believe, and if they're gonna fix things in Sanctum. It just seems like every season is basically it's like the same stuff rehashed. It's always two groups or three groups fighting against each other, when they should all be fighting for the same thing, because they should realize they're the last people on alive. But apparently, according to the disciples and narratives, there's a larger group of people, so they're not the last ones, but they don't know that. I thought this episode was pretty good. I like all the episodes. Just the way they've been able to keep this going for this long, and the way that people dress and how they act, and I just think overall the acting's been pretty good, and the story's been pretty solid, except for the rehashing of the same thing, which I get to a point where obviously it's not going to be the same people they were on Earth, like where they had the different, was it 4 or 5 groups beginning of this show. Now it's down to I think 3 groups left, plus the disciples. So I guess you're back to 4. I think it's gonna wrap up. I don't want to keep rambling on, but I just thought this episode was pretty good. I'm looking forward to the next episode to see exactly what Clark is the key to, and what happens with the war they're talking about. I believe it's the war on Earth. I don't know. So if you guys have any opinions or thoughts, put them on down below. And as always, hit that like and subscribe. Until next time.